What's up? We got Legends of Tomorrow, Season 1, Episode 11, the Magnificent Eight. So this episode starts off with Legends crash landing in 1871, and the Old West, and the Old West. So the team decides to go, and so the team decides to go. So the team almost gets into a bar fight. So the team, Well, back on the ship, the team is dealing. So then Jonah Hex shows up. Jonah Hex. Remember Jonah Hex? And then Rip and him used to be buddies until Rip accidentally let a town get destroyed by him leaving, and then Martin's like, you must have named your son after Jonah Hex. Jonah. See? So and also Kendra meets her 1800s century version of herself, who is old and bitter. That's the whole Kendra plot, is that she loves Ray, but her 18th century self is like, you cannot be with anyone but Carter, or it'll be a doomed relationship. That's the thing. She's just like, hey, you can't be with anyone but Carter, or you're doomed to be, in love with doomed relationship for the rest of your life. And Kendra doesn't want to be that way, because Kendra used to be, Kendra's, it says on the Legends wiki that Kendra's 1800 self used to be in love with a guy named Hannibal Hawks, but he was killed by Vandal Savage in a young age, leaving this version of Shiera to live old and bitter for the rest of her life with no friends and no people. So that basically just caused her to not believe in love. We're doing the whole Cupid thing again, but with the old version of Kendra, but this where she doesn't believe in love, and she's like, Kendra, you can only be with Carter, because if any other relationship you have that's not Carter will just end in tragedy for you. Okay, lady, who's like her, like, what do you know? You may be her. So this Kendra grew up to be her at one point, but she never died, and I'm just so confused by the whole Shiera. I'm just so confused by the whole Shiera reincarnation thing, because it's just like, can she die? Like she can die, obviously. It's just like with the whole reincarnation thing. So also Stein meets a woman who has a son named H.G. Wells, whose son meets a kid who's dying of something and finds a future realistic thing that can save him. This episode's weird, And Ray becomes a mayor and wants to save this town from the Stillwater gang, but Rip's like, no, you can't do that. But he's like, and John Hex even like, you may have stopped them one time, Palmer, but what's gonna stop them from coming back again and again and again and again and again and again and again? You stop them once, and And Sarah wears a jacket under her white canary, suit. And I'm just like, 1, how did she get that? 2, why does she have this? And 3, Okay, just the first two. Where'd she get it? Because it's never explained. Just like in one episode, she just randomly has it, and she's been wearing it ever since. It's not explained how she got it. Like, I feel bad for Sarah because Sarah doesn't even know that Laurel's dead yet. Like, she still thinks that she's alive, healthy back in 2016 when this episode takes place. But she's dead. We all miss Laurel. R.I.P. Laurel Lane. The show is wrong to kill you off. As I said, speaking of the Laurel thing, the show could have just done something with the Laurel character. They could have had her leave Team Arrow. They could have had her take the job off screen, and that would have been done. They could have just had her take the job off screen. They wouldn't have had to kill her off. Her story would have been done, but they wouldn't have had to kill her off. She could have just come back at some point. That's just my theories of what they could have done with her character. They could have had her take the DA job, have her leave the Black Canary mantle, and leave Team Arrow like Roy has. Roy's left the team, but he comes back on occasions. Why couldn't they do that same with Laurel? Have her take the job, have her leave Black Canary, but come back at some point. That's a better storyline than what they did with her character. They could have done it. They could have had her come back to the Black Canary mantle at some point, but just have her keep the DA job. I know that Ruve Dark is awful, but I'm just saying they could have had her keep the job. I am just saying they could have had Laurel keep the job, and it would have all been fine. But nope, they had to kill her off. They insult their fans. They insult their fan base. I know I'm talking about the wrong show here, but I had to bring up Laurel since it still haunts me. Watching that episode 4 times, it still haunts me. Still haunts me. But anyway, back to this episode. So they started to get into this whole like fight between them and the Stillwater gang. A whole fight, like wham, pew pew pew, right? Pew pew pew. Sarah fights. They all fight. They save Jonah Hex, but then that's when the Mick revealed that there's a pilgrim who's trying to kill their younger self. Since he couldn't kill the legends, he's going. Since he couldn't kill the legends, he's gonna get a pilgrim to erase the legends from existence. Basically, that's the episode. Instead of killing the legends, he's going to erase the pilgrim, who's a girl, by the way. She's gonna erase the legends from existence. And the whole, as I said before, the whole Kendra thing with her love, with her her 1800s self, telling her that she cannot be with anyone but Ray. Carter, I meant. We don't like Ray. Carter doesn't make any sense. I thought the last episode with the whole Sidney Palmer thing didn't make any sense. But I just don't like Ray as a character. I'm gonna say it. Some people say that season, like this Ray, like people, like there's even a thing that says, no season 3 Ray, hi season 1 Legends Ray, hi Legends Ray. I'm just like, I still don't like him. Ray Palmer is the worst character in the show. They could have made him a better character. Even in episode 6, I thought I could have liked him, but no, I still don't. I still like Ray. Please make Ray likable, because there's just nothing to like about him. In season 3, he only existed to be a Felicity Oliver triangle, and now all he exists is to be the Ant-Man of the Legends team. Because basically, they turned Ray Palmer into Ant-Man. By the time of Arrow season 4 rolls around, they turned him into Ant-Man. Why Ant-Man? Why Ant-Man? Nobody knows why they turned Ant-Man into Ray. Nobody knows why they turned Ray into Ant-Man. Nobody knows, but if they can save Ray's character, I will really like it before I be Matt Ray. Before I be mad. Before I be mad. Ray. Ray is the... Yeah, that's it. Then, yeah, but that episode was just weird. Next episode, this episode feels like a filler episode. Okay, last episode. Okay, anyway, I'll see you next time for some Phone Legends. Bam, 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 bam.